Hello, so I want to show you how to put together your piece of our art installation. So these are the supplies that you are going to be given with a crayon that's slightly darker than your paper pieces. So we have some fabric pieces, some paper pieces, a green yarn with a bead, a cupcake liner, and some glue. So the first thing you're going to do is take your paper pieces and you are going to take your crayon and you're going to draw these curved lines just to kind of show texture. These are supposed to kind of look like flower petals, so they're going to kind of droop down and we want to give it just a little bit of texture. Nothing too fancy. We're not coloring this whole thing in. Just trying to add some curved lines to show form. So what you're going to do with the glue is you are going to take 2 of the paper pieces and you're going to put just a little bit of glue around the hole that's punched there, and you're going to take one and you're going to overlap and you want to match up these holes. So I'm going to match them up so that the hole is still open and nice and as big as it could possibly be. And then, so we've got 2 going this way, so now we're going to do 2 going up and down. So I'm going to do a circle of glue, line up the holes again. It's okay if the tips don't line up or anything, that's okay. We want the hole to be as big as possible so that we can fit this yarn through it. And then one last circle of glue. And we're going to line up the hole there. Okay. Now we're not going to glue the fabric pieces because the glue does not want to stick to this fabric, and then the fabric just moves and becomes kind of difficult to keep it in this shape. So we just do it with the paper. So now we're going to start assembling this piece. So you're going to take your yarn with the bead and you're going to thread it through the cupcake. And you want the cupcake, you want the bead to sit like inside the cupcake. So you could thread it through this side or you could thread it through that side, but when you push it through the hole and you pull it all the way through, you want that bead to be inside the cup. You don't want the bead to be on top of the cup. So now we're going to take these fabric pieces and we're going to drape them. We're going to put the yarn through the hole and we're going to drape them into this formation. So I'm going to put my thread through the hole, and then my second one I'm going to do the opposite. So since I have this fabric coming down, I'm going to make this next fabric go up. Now they're going to want to move, and that's okay. Perfection is not needed. This is where the perfection comes in, where you have all of them glued together and they're not going to move. So now we're going to take the third fabric piece, pull it through, and we're going to make it go this way. And then finally this fabric. All right, there we go. So we essentially made this with this. And so now we're going to take all 4 of these. The glue should be sticky, so they shouldn't move around too much for you. And then you're going to thread your yarn through this center hole because you matched up all the holes, so it should be nice and big. And notice how I have the crayon sticking up. It's not down. And so this is our Shylight piece. You can take your finger and your hand and kind of just fold or crease these down gently so that they kind of hang down almost like a lampshade. And then I'm going to take all of our pieces that we created individually, hang them up to create one overall large piece. So this is a collaborative piece where each student is creating one part of the finished artwork, and then we're putting it together to create one large finished artwork using all of our parts.